Hey, Star Wars buddies. Just gonna get started here with some of the easy stuff. Probably take a quick peek at the interior. Those sensor-proof smuggling compartments. Now, intrepid viewers might recognize these gold Dejaric pieces. The source those from the 2000 Power of the Jedi Chewbacca Dejaric Champion figure set. And okay, so we've had to flip the Falcon upside down. So it's currently bottoms up. And I grab my trusty screw tray. Probably your best friend for a project like this. And here we go. A lot of these screws are pretty easy. They're shallow, they're close to the top. But you're going to run into a few that are recessed down into the mold and make them very hard to grab. You'll never get your fingers down there. So I recommend using one of these. It's a telescoping magnetic screw grabber. And that'll get you down into those recesses, no problem. Allow you to start pulling those screws right out. And there you have it. No fuss, no muss. You don't have to flip it over and shake it to get them to fall out. So we're just going to continue on. And as I pull them, I'm laying them out into the same pattern that I've removed them. So putting them back will be a cinch. And it's a magnetic tray, so they're not going to roll around. They're not going to scatter when they get bumped. They're not going to fall out. And yeah, it just allows you to maintain the same pattern. So it'll be a no-brainer when time comes to put it back together. Now I'm going to have to flip the Falcon 180 to get at the screws on the bottom or the back end of the ship. So I'll flip this tray around to match. There we go. Just going to repeat the process. Actually, I had to use 2 screwdrivers for this job because this one won't fit down into those deep recesses, but either way we're getting it done. I'm fighting with this one here. Better move on. Come back to it. The thing is, as you loosen these screws and remove them, the mold flexes and sometimes it's hard to get a bite on a screw, so you just go ahead and squeeze that mold back together. You'll bite onto it. So there you have it. They're all laid out. Exact order that they come out of the ship. We'll set that aside. A lot of screws. 27 screws. Got to pull out of the bottom there. Okay, well now it's time to take the bottom off. And don't want to fight this thing. You just want to kind of loosen it up all around. Ultimately, when you remove it, it should just come away. You shouldn't have to fight with it. You'll end up breaking something. And straight up and off. And we got a clean removal. Might as well take a quick peek at this. It's a really clean mold. What a beautiful job they did. It's a very nearly one mold. Just a couple of items they've added, screwed on. Namely by that speaker grill. Those little braces are where the landing gear go. So it's probably a good idea that they've braced those up. And got a little gnarly hunk of mold there, but for the most part, very, very clean, very, very sharp. Sharp mold. You can tell the dies are pretty new. And Luke's on my back again. Get off my back, Luke. For God's sakes. Okay, so we'll try to tackle these mandibles. They actually slide right out, but they're tethered. I'll show you here in a second. There's a 4-pin connector here. I'm going to pop that off. There we go. Just reseat that for a moment. And now we've got 3 lugs on the end of this mandible. And the 2 outer ones are just probably for structure. And that one in the middle has a pin and a bracket. This is why you can't remove the mandibles without taking it apart. Because once that locks in, once that spring locks in under that ball, you'll just break it if you try to force these mandibles out without taking the ship apart. I will repeat the process for this one. Pull that contact out. Reseat that for now. There she is. A little messy. She sure doesn't look like much, but she'll make 0.5 past light speed. I'll just check out a little of the wiring here. You got the bulbs for the cockpit there. Got the boarding ramp bulbs there. There's your speaker. That's all your sound. They come out the bottom. There's the control board, which is why I took this apart in the first place. The electronics aren't working. And I do not think I can fix it. I wanted to have a look inside and see if there's anything obvious, a wire disconnected, something that would be an easy fix, but we'll have a look around here. Just reseat that for now. It's actually pretty organized inside. It'd be very hard to put those contacts in the wrong place. Everything slots uniquely. That's the release switch for the escape shuttle. So back to this controller board. Now I did spot a foreign object in there. Let's see if we can't fish it out. I don't know if that caused the problem. Aluminum tab in there. May have crossed some contacts, shorted something out, I don't know. However, I'll have to fish this out somehow. I don't want to flip the Falcon over to get at this. So maybe we'll fish this out best we can. Come on. Whoa, 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 whoa. There we go. So there you have it. A little aluminum tab from guessing an employee at the Hasbro factory. Yeah, I got thinking maybe this will be worth something. A genuine pop tab from... Bah. Worthless. You're out of here. So I want to get a look at the top of this, just with everything removed. See what she looks like. Flying saucer mode. And of course, the fastest hunk of junk in the galaxy. Lots of parts are falling off. Probably a bad idea. So I guess, long story short, I did eventually retry the electronics. Couldn't get it working. So I decided to put it back together. And I gotta say, it does display well. Now I may try to get a harness, a new board off eBay. If I do, I'll follow up with the video. Meantime, thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate it.